Do you want to start with Rittenhouse?
Yes.
Since we're kind of fresh on it?
Yes, because I'm very anxious, and I've been checking my phone all throughout the day, either looking for a message from you or trying to see, like, breaking news, like...
So, this is being recorded on... What's the date today?
17th.
It is the 17th. Okay, so this is being recorded on the 17th, which is day 2 of the jury deliberations. So what has come out so far, or what came out today, is the motion, or the mistrial... the motion for mistrial with prejudice, and then they said without prejudice also because of so basically the drone footage that was acquired. I don't believe it was from any police. I thought it was FBI, but I think that was an overhead shot that wasn't really. No one really had a problem with it. That's what I was thinking was first. I was mistaken. But. So they have...
Oh, so the drone footage actually wasn't the FBI spying on people.
No, they did have an FBI drone and stuff, but that's not the video that was being disputed or, whatever.
Okay.
So it was a different drone. It was like just a regular drone company and, whatever, and they were kind of just watching the riots and stuff go on. And so the story about that video is the original attorney for Rittenhouse, I think it was a week after the situation had happened, he was hired on and he went on Tucker Carlson on Fox News and showed the video in full HD, like the way it was actually made. And then after that, Fox News had bought the rights to that video, so they owned that video. Yeah, so which I mean, you can do like
that's crazy though.
The company wanted to sell it and they were fine with it. So then the actual one of the employees of that company, because that company went under 7 months ago, and that the thing happened over a year ago, and a year ago and a couple of months now actually, And so one of the employees who had access to that video ended up giving it to the prosecutors, but they gave it to them during the trial. While the trial was already going on, and I believe it was a detective that actually went into the courtroom and just gave it to the prosecution. And so what happened is Krause, big boy, who looks like a fucking store brand Chris Farley.
Yeah.
And not as entertaining at all. And so he gave the defense the copy of it, but when he did that, it was compressed. And so if anyone out there doesn't understand what compression is, basically what it does is it compresses down the file, and usually, like if you load something up on YouTube or you load something up and send a text message or something like that, and the video comes out really pixelated and just kind of like a potato, that it's funny because he's a potato, but then it's gonna look shitty and you're not really gonna get the full picture and the full idea of the video, or some meme or something, whatever, or a GIF, and it's GIF, not GIF, and and so the defense didn't really, they saw the video and they were like, well, I can't really see much out of it, you can't really make anything out of it, so they didn't really put too much into their defense or make it too big of a part of their defense because of the quality of the video. And then when the prosecutors showed the video to the jury, it was pristine in HD.
And what was the video? The
video was basically, I'll try and find it and put it somewhere in here, but bear with me while I explain this. So basically it was, it starts from the ground up and it kind of rises, and then you see... So if this is one street right here, and this is the car lot where Rosenbaum chased Rittenhouse.
1, 2, 3.
The first one, Rosenbaum, okay. The kitty diddler.
No, the car lots.
I think it was car lot 2.
Okay.
And so maybe car lot 3, because 1 got burnt down the night before. 2 was what Rittenhouse was protecting, and then he went to 3 because he was he got kind of stranded, and so. That's when Rittenhouse was accused of chasing after Rosenbaum, but that's not true. And then Rosenbaum, here's the street, here's car source 3, and the little group of cars where they ended up running through. Mm-hmm. So Rittenhouse and Rosenbaum run up this way, and the drone, you can see it right here. It's like from across the street this way, right? So you see what's going on, but you still kind of... it's still not the greatest, but it's still a lot better than what was given to the defense. And so once they saw that, they were like, hey, whoa, like, what the fuck? And so they had a objection to it, and they brought it up, and it's pretty damning. The lack of fairness in a trial. It's supposed to be a fair trial, right?
Okay, yeah. So, I guess I'm a little confused. So, obviously, they gave them a crappy copy of it to...
Crappy copy.
Yeah, crappy copy. So, they wouldn't be using it in their defense.
In their defense.
But, but they showed the good version. So, what was the point, though?
The point of them showing it was because they were trying to make the argument that Rittenhouse pointed the gun at Rosenbaum, and that's why Rosenbaum chased after him. So, but if you retreat from something, even if you're the one who perpetrates the initial contact, even though he was getting chased already, so he kind of turns and like kind of points it at him, almost like a deterrent, like hey, and then he keeps running away, so he keeps retreating, and then Rosenbaum keeps chasing him, which I don't know if it's Wisconsin law, but I know that there's a law that basically says even if you're the one who initiates, if you're the perpetrator of the action, if you retreat and you run away and that person comes after you and tries, then it kind of switches up who's the perpetrator and who's...
So was the prosecution basically showing the part of the video that would demonstrate that potentially Rittenhouse was...
Exactly.
Whereas if it was a good quality video that the defense had,
they would have been able to view it and make it a part of their defense and kind of...
basically cut out what they needed from it.
Well, yeah, but one thing I will say is the prosecution is being a lot like mainstream corporate media now. They're cutting
only
things up, only showing what fits their narrative.
Yeah.
Which a court case, I understand that, they're to a point, but they are... they're cutting the videos up and not saying, like, they don't play the part where Rosenbaum says shoot me, you know what I mean? They cut that, like they stopped the video.
They didn't even say the shoot me part.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They literally cut the video before they know that's about to be played, so it doesn't...
He's just a little, what'd they call him?
A little ragdoll.
A little ragdoll.
And so it's very telling of, they know that they don't have a case. They know that they have to do whatever they can to like putting in, like, talking about things that were already ruled that were bad. The judge had already said, nope, that's stricken from this.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy to me, because...
We're still beeping over there, right? On that camera?
I don't see a light anywhere.
You don't? Okay, let me see. You keep going.
I was gonna say, I miss, obviously, like, the first, 5 hours of the prosecution's final. Yeah. And so I only heard what you were saying about the judge, coming down on him. Yeah. But then I also, I read something today. I didn't read the full article. I honestly just saw the title and, the little blurb. So I don't know the full story. But again, probably coming from the prosecution side, they're talking crap on the judge, basically saying that
he's biased.
All of that. So I was really?
They were trying to say that he was biased because he had a patriotic ringtone that was played at Trump rallies. So again, even though Trump's not...
They're going to find every little connection they can.
Fucking relate it back to him, right?
He wore a flag pin on his lapel.
Yeah, fucking little Binger has been wearing Star Wars.
I know, he's ruining Star Wars.
He's ruining it. He likes 7 through 9. He likes the sequels.
Let's circle back to Star Wars later on, because I have something funny that was discussed at work today.
Okay. Put a pin in that. Do we have a pen? Pen, whatever.
We can
Anyways.
put a lapel pin in it. So possibly based on this video, it could be the case could be thrown out
because in the way that it was presented. Because because the whole thing is
wasn't equal.
You're allowed a fair trial. Yeah, and that's not a fair trial. Both sides have to have the same evidence, and it has to be allowed. Approved by the judge. So basically, what had happened is when the file was given to the defense, what Krause's excuse was that it was airdropped to him, or no, it was given to him on a
floppy,
on a floppy, on a 3.5 inch, and he probably has a 3.5 inch.
He's probably got a 2.
Damn.
He's got a nub.
He's got a little pancake chode, because he likes pancakes. Anyways, so yeah, he was given to it. He was given it through airdrop.
Okay.
You aren't an Apple, owner, so you wouldn't know about that. But AirDrop is basically like almost like a Bluetooth, little poops. Basically like I can AirDrop something to my either of my computers.
Just a wireless connection.
Wireless Bluetooth base. That's the basic
Isn't that
thing.
just emailing something?
Yeah, kind of, but
it's not as an attachment.
Yeah, it's in direct.
You're dropping it directly from wherever you have it stored on this device to wherever your destination on that device.
And what's really funny is if you're around other people with iPhones, like at Disneyland, you can AirDrop random people because you'll be able to be search or findable from other people. Some people don't have that setting put to private, so I can AirDrop people. The black dude.
My God! You
Guess
know what we're doing next Wednesday?
Yep. Yes. Okay, give someone something to be thankful for. So, anyways,
big black dick.
Damn.
So he's got a little
he
red
is
one.
like
He's got
the
a little
size of one.
He's got a little red rocket. Anyways, so it was airdropped to him, and then he emailed it because there's 2 defense attorneys, and then I believe she's still a defense attorney also, but she might be like
more of a clerk.
More of a clerk, more of an assistant. Don't fucking at me in the comments, but I don't know exactly her role. But she's been there. She's the kind of chubby lady with the white hair.
She was the in front of the camera, and then Rittenhouse.
It was like Richards, bald guy, Rittenhouse, and then she was on the side of the yeah. And so
drinking the Diet Coke.
Yeah, she was kind of in charge of like all the media and playing all the videos when they were up there doing their testimony or their case. Yeah. And so she was given that file because she couldn't be airdropped, so they tried to email it, which is weird because all the other information and videos that evidence that was being given to them was through Dropbox, but this one thing was emailed, and then like something was funky, so they gave them like a little external little plug-in thing, little
dildo.
No, the fucking. You know what I'm talking about. The little plug. It's
a USB?
USB drive. There we go. I couldn't fucking dumbass.
Flash drive?
There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
Drive!
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Please.
Oh, wait.
Krause,
it's like
do
that.
Krause, do
Flash
not
dance.
flash anyone, please. And can you get a suit that fits? Like, it looks like you're wearing a poncho. Like,
are you talking about the potato?
One. Yes, the potato.
Oh, okay. So while you were talking, I've decided his name's going to be Russ. As in russet potato. So that's how I am referring to him.
There was a fucking nickname that someone gave him. Some Krause, I don't know. Krusty Krab. And so yeah, when all this came down, they were like, it was literally in the quarter. She's like looking at it and she's like, this is weird. Looking at the file that they have, the total size of the file is 11 megabytes. And she said millibytes, so everyone was roasting her. It was kind of funny. She like corrected herself once and then kept saying millibytes, so it was actually kind of funny.
Whatever. Yeah. I'm trying to get my point across.
You know what I'm fucking saying. I'm flustered. You could tell she was a little flustered talking because it was like a big deal, and she's probably a little newer or something. I don't know. But anyways, so and then she looked at the file that was sent through the email, and it was 4 millibytes.
Obviously compressed.
Like. It literally compressed the size. So I mean,
because generally through email, I know with my work email, we have like a 10 megabyte limit
or 25 megabyte. I think is what for Gmail. But yeah, it's
my work. I think my work is like a 10 megabyte.
Yeah, so that
you
was
would
fishy.
Have to. Yeah, you'd have to compress.
That was already fishy, especially when they're saying no, we didn't do anything to the file.
They could have put it in a zip file.
Yeah, or something, right? And so that was already fishy, especially since they're not fessing up to the fact that they did something to it. And then when you go to the metadata, which I know getting, technical, which Krauss called it
meta.
Yeah, good a bit. So Krauss literally said it was, I don't know, some technical wizardry.
It's because he has fat sausage fingers, and when he was trying to send, he didn't mean, so it was like...
He's like the people in on 24 when they try and type.
No, it's like the cat.
Being comfortable with violence is a must nowadays. Whether it's in a parking lot, a store, at school, church, Kenosha, car lot, middle of the
1,
street.
2, and 3.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. If you're faced with
4,
violence...
5, 6.
Wow, Offspring.
Yeah.
That's the loudest concert I've ever been to, actually.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of...
Ixnay the Hombre, favorite album. Okay, go ahead.
Pretty fly for a half white guy. If you're faced with violence, be calm, be confident, and be comfortable. From the mat to the field, in comfort, there is confidence. Have both with Violent Vibe Tribe. We got to figure out this little ad read a little bit. We gotta work it around. But basically, you got to have that violent vibe about you. You got to... It doesn't mean be violent towards people. You just know that you always got to...
Be prepared.
Be prepared. Keep on your toes.
Be like Rittenhouse.
Keep your eyes peeled. I never got that terms.
Peeled.
This is like onions.
Open.
Oh, yeah, but is that peeled? It's not like you're... Not peeled back, I guess. I don't know. Basically, just always know your surroundings. Always know what's going on, because especially nowadays with all the stuff going on, there's shit can pop off, man, and shit can get crazy, and you could find yourself at a Travis Scott concert, or hanging out with Alec Baldwin. But anyways, go check out violentvibetribe.com and use the promo code TD20 for 20% off your entire order. And Till Death Studios and Violent Vibe Tribe are going to be doing a sweet collab on a little sticker pack. So stay tuned on all that, and I'll definitely be finger blasting the...
I'm going with guns.
Damn it.
You're a little slow over there.
Dwight, you ignorant slut!
Yeah, but make sure you check out all that, and we're gonna be doing that sticker pack, and so check out all the social medias for all that info. And speaking of social medias, at violent_vibe_tribe, to go like and share and subscribe and follow them and diddle them, all the things. But yeah, go check them out. Again, Violent Vibe Tribe. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled.
Try to relax your anus.
Be a banana.
I'm a banana. Do you remember that video?
No.
Oh, I have so many good things to share. Yeah, so go check it out. And and Nick Wright also is the owner of the company. So, and he's been on our podcast a couple times. So go check out one of the episodes. Later.
Yeah.
So if you can't tell, we don't like that guy. So
Russ. Remember that. Like a potato.
Russ.
Russet.
Mr. Russet. And so they looked at the metadata, which basically shows when it was created, if it was modified, what the timestamp was, what anything like that, any little extra shit.
It tells all your secrets, basically.
All the, if you're fucking with something, it's going to tell you what happened. So what it was showed was what the created time on the 11 megabyte, so the original file was 21 minutes before the created time on the 4 megabyte file, which even if you're sending something, it still has the same metadata. It still has the same time and the same original timestamp on there. So completely, absolutely ridiculous. And so now so basically what the judge said is, I'm not going to make a ruling on that yet, because he could get acquitted and the jury could kind of make their decision, and the point would be moot.
Oh, okay. So basically he has that, like,
basically he doesn't have balls. because he doesn't want to be the bad guy.
The judge?
He does have some balls. I'll give it to him. He's been a great judge. But I think what he's saying is, I don't want to be the reason that Kenosha burns. Because they're going to riot.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's kind of a cowardly kind of way to take out it. I do understand his point.
Unless this is typical,
Yeah.
before a verdict comes down.
Yeah, I know, and they've been in deliberations for 2 days now. So it's so...
That's kind of a good thing.
It is. It could be good. It could be bad. I don't know, because basically what a lot of people are speculating that it's like an 8 to 4 or 9 to 3 of like,
And it has to be
quit.
all.
It has to be across the board. So I think what's going on is the 3 to 4 people, or 2 or 3 people or whatever that are more on the side of it wasn't self-defense, that want to actually charge him with it, or convict him of it, are pushing back against it, want to see all the videos and make sure and do all that, which, I mean, I understand it, but it's like, come on.
Well, I mean, they even tell you, so beyond a reasonable doubt. So, if people have doubts, then...
Well, it's beyond a reasonable doubt to convict. So if there is any doubt of what the prosecution, then you can't. That beyond that reasonable doubt. So
because everyone's innocent until proven guilty.
Yes, and I watched Crowder
unless you're
today,
my boss.
and I watched Crowder today, and he said something awesome. He said, "I would much rather have, I'll take 50 Rittenhouses over one Rosenbaum." The reason why, if you go back into Rosenbaum's history, he diddled 5 kids.
Ew. So
Boys.
it wasn't like one of those things where he was caught peeing.
No, he was
in public, and therefore
he diddled 5 little boys.
Ugh.
And
like,
then
how young are we
then
talking?
He's chasing a little boy, and his last words were "fuck you."
Well, I know.
What if Rittenhouse was like, "I heard I will." You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
just saying.
That's
just
gross.
Saying. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you're a pedophile and you're listening, you deserve to be killed.
Yeah. I please, if you are a prison guard and there are pedophiles around, leave the door open. Just let them on the yard. Just let them on the yard. Say,
to play.
Weights are good now. We're gonna bash your fucking head in.
It's time to play.
Yeah, exactly. Because prisoners don't really.
No, they're low on the totem pole.
Yeah. They're bottoms. So, anyways, another thing that I wanted to touch on that was...
touch on that. Oh, that was bad timing.
Come on, man.
Again? You can't like... No.
Do diddle and diddle.
Diddle, diddle.
So, Jumpman,
no, that's not his name.
Jump Kick Man.
Jump Kick Man.
I was trying to write quick notes.
Jumpman.
Jumpman was identified, I think today.
It was Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
She caught a balloon.
Damn. Was identified after trial and has been known since what I've heard is since June. Which is a little fishy that the process, because he went
a little fishy.
Yeah.
That's a lot fishy.
Yeah, but so they've been calling him Junk Kick Man. I can't talk.
Junk Man.
But they knew who he was. They could have tried him, or they could have put him on the stand. Because the reason why they didn't is because the defense would have talked to him. It would have been like
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's why the defense was also saying. Why couldn't we, or why didn't you put some other person on the stand? I don't know who they were mentioning.
It was the guy who shot the first shot after Zeminski.
Yeah.
It was the guy who shot in the air, his handgun in the air as Rosenbaum was chasing Rittenhouse, which made Rittenhouse turn around because he heard the gunshot.
Yeah, not knowing where it was coming from.
Exactly. So it's just crazy, and
so they're messing up right and left.
And one thing I will say is Rittenhouse had absolute amazing control. Because he only shot at people that were attacking him. He didn't. He
could have sprayed.
And that's what he would have done if he was an active shooter. Like they're all trying to say he was.
Well, yeah, because in the instance where he was running to get away, he didn't shoot at anyone.
No, when he was running, when he got his hat knocked off, which is what they were trying to say, he got hit in the back of the head with a fucking piece of concrete. Concrete. I can't talk. So he got hit in the back of the head with a piece of concrete, and then
in his hand, like the dude's hand.
Yeah, came back in the back of his head as he's running towards the cops, and it's like, dude, you police lights are blinding. Like at the end of they all knew the cops were there. Like there's no going against that. Like I can't think right now. Jesus.
You didn't take your brain pill today, did you?
I did. And and then the Anthony Huber, he got he tried to hit him in the back of the head with the skateboard like before he hit him and then got shot. Like, so as they're running down the street, he hit him. So, like, the reason why he fell, everyone was just saying, oh, he tripped. No, dude, he probably had fucking head trauma from getting hit with a concrete brick and almost getting hit by a skateboard.
Nerves running through him right now.
Exactly. All the adrenaline and all that shit. And so he fell, didn't turn around and spray, which he could have easily. And especially if, he plays all the Call of Duty, which they're trying to fucking blame it on. And so, and so he shot 8 shots the whole time. 4 shots into Rosenbaum, where he could have just put all 8 into him. Fuck that guy. And then he shot at Jump Kick Man as he jumped over, which is so he got hit in the head and turned this way to shoot so he had turned over and then shot at Huber, and I think he shot once before. I could be wrong on this, but I think he shot once before Jump Kick Man was in the air, so just kind of shot and then got kicked, shot again. No. He got kicked, shot, and then shot again as he was about to get hit with the skateboard, and then went down, and then he was down here and had his rifle here, and then Huber, because he had kind of swung like this and went past him, grabbed his gun, and then but his gun was here, so it went bang and shot into him, killed him. He literally walked 5 steps dead, and
that's a quick one.
Done, because he got shot in the heart. Like, bye. Fuck around and find out. Like, that's literally what happened. And then Grosskreutz. Yeah, okay, so he shot at Huber, and then Grosskreutz, Bicep Boy, came up and was saying, so he came up, and we kind of went over this on the Rittenhouse breakdown, the reaction thing. But he came at him with his hands like this, and then Rittenhouse pointed the gun at him, and so he put his hands up. So he had a phone in this hand because he was live streaming, which that's all caught on everything when he was running. The little So that was actually him. And then so he had his gun up like this. Didn't put his gun down or put it anything like that. Just had his hand up like this, and then Rittenhouse kind of pointed his gun, pointed it at him, but not
in
up,
the instance where he moved his gun.
Exactly, he had it like this, not like this up at him, because he's on the ground. So, if he was pointed at him, it would be here. Yeah. He just kind of brought it up like, hey, a warning, not a warning shot, but hey, you're gonna die in a second. And so had it down here, and then as that's happening, Grosskreutz comes around this way. And then you see it. You see in the picture his gun is here pointing at Rittenhouse, and then his bicep, which he said vaporized. And those were some gnarly photos. I don't know if you watched any of that. If you watched the actual trial, they actually showed it when they did the autopsy report and everything. Whew, that was a little you didn't like that at all.
I hope he has problems with his arm.
Yeah, exactly. Can't jerk it. Anyways, absolutely horrible. One thing I wanted to bring up about Gaige is that one of his crimes before, which I know everyone's saying it doesn't matter, whatever was passed, because Rittenhouse didn't know about Rosenbaum or Huber or Gaige. Understandable. But it goes to his character of who he was going into that thing. Not that Rittenhouse had an excuse because of this, but now knowing who he is as a person, piece of shit. And he was Antifa, so fuck that guy. But he... one of the crimes that he was accused of or charged for was beating his grandmother.
Oh my God! Seriously?
Yes, the guy who Correct. Yes, that guy.
The guy who just shot himself in the foot.
Yeah, exactly. He had 10 million reasons to.
I liked how he said that.
Yeah, because I mean it's exactly true. And in his statement, talking about the civil suit and the federal suit against
the
city and the state, he left out that he had a firearm and that he didn't have his concealed carry license renewed.
Then it'll get thrown out.
Yeah, exactly, especially after that. So anyways, I know we, covered a lot on that, but it's a big deal going on right now. And so obviously, if you can't tell, we do not think Kyle Rittenhouse is guilty, and we hope that justice is served on this, and that means that he goes free and he gets to, because he's gonna be fucked up for the rest of his life on that one.
He is, because any good human being is not.
They're gonna realize that they did the right thing, but that's
gonna shake you up, like not one, but two, but three shots to people. He's gonna always remember that. It's gonna be in his nightmares.
And I just saw footage of him when he was taken into custody because he went to the cops.
Yeah.
He already had his hands up. He was trying to go to the police, and they said, "Go fuck yourself." He got sprayed with tear gas or like pepper spray as he was trying to go give himself up, and then so he went back to his home, to his mom's house, and then his mom took him down to the Antioch. I can't speak today. The Antioch Police Department. So he went there, and then as he was there, he got, he was being, questioned and, all that, and he had to go sit in a cell or, sit down and be talked to. And when he was hyperventilating. He was having PTSD of having to go through that ridiculous situation. So, a lot of the information that I've gotten about all this is just watching the trial, and one of the best things that I've found while watching it isn't just watching the PBS live stream, or isn't just watching the Law and Crime live stream. Go, if you want to watch what had happened through the trial, if you want to catch up on it, go to Rekieta Law. I'll put a little title down here or something, but it's Rekieta Law on YouTube. Amazing live stream channel. It's he's a lawyer, and he has anywhere from 1 to 9 other lawyers on there speaking about from being contract law or civil law or criminal law or a bunch of different, a wide range of lawyers.
And just making funny comments.
Oh yeah, the comments on there are great, especially because they'll have a couple drinks and whatever, so it's great.
Okay. What is the word that me and all those people ended up...
Havoc.
Because
they were wreaking havoc, which they're starting to wreak havoc in Kenosha right now. It's starting. There's already been some squabbles and stuff going on.
So real quick before I comment on that.
Yes.
So I was trying to pick up, because I was the defense attorney, I was trying to pick up what his accent was.
It's Wisconsin.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Is
Wisconsin.
that the Wisconsin?
Yeah, Midwest.
But it was just funny because you could only hear like a little bit, but then when he's havoc, I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. Like yes. I absolutely love it.
It's great. I think the other guy, I can't starts with an S, but I can't remember his name. The bald dude, the defense attorney.
Yeah,
he's awesome. Like when he was cross-examining people and going into he was the one who cross-examined biceps, and the way he went about it was great. But there are a lot of places that they could object and say a lot of things, but I think they've done a pretty good job, and I think the judge is pretty based. He's pretty awesome. Like I think it's gonna go well. I'm just trying to think positive about it. But anyways, off that subject, we're gonna go to an ad read. Be back, guys. What's going on, guys? You just watched a clip of the Till Death podcast. Thank you for your support. Make sure you click the subscribe button down here. Click one of the videos, one right here or one right down here. You just, like Biden, you just got to keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it.
Come on, man.
Damn.